Go for it.
So I want to check that is, do you want to prepare our demonstration or just discuss the team meeting things?
Discuss the team meeting things and then see if we have some spare time.
Yes, because a lot of things I want to discuss in this meeting.
Yep.
So maybe we can preparing the demonstration first if we have an extra time to discuss the meeting things.
Yep.
What about that?
Yep.
Good idea.
Let me stop share screen and let me schedule. Let me pretend we have the demonstration with the Christie. And could you show me what's your application and what is your project? Yes. So start from the Edward introduction.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let me start with the introduction part. So in this second phase of Azure development out of three, we have originally hoped to implement backend functionality, but instead met delays. So we focused on improving the user interface and serving users for their requirements to improve the quality of the front end while we waited for these delays. With the services we have now set up, we hope to have backend functionality working in the next phase. That's it.
So maybe I think you can see that let you to introduce what our application is, so that you can know we can continue
Yeah.
to
So I just
demonstrate.
mentioned that. So
Yeah.
next, Joe will introduce
Our application is.
our application.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll practice my bit.
Yeah.
So this is the Threads data server. It's hosted on the Nectar Cloud instance set up during this agile phase. Threads allows us to access the climate data files over HTTP, and this will be used by the Indra service, which is also now been set up on the Nectar Cloud instance. We've made some changes due to user testing and feedback, and also surveying. These include dynamic resizing, so it'll be better for use on different resolutions. We now have all the variables added in, and they're also added alphabetically, as one of our users noted. A warning now appears if you select past the year 2099 for forecast data, but that's a long time to select, so I won't show you that. Time resolution is now an option for filtering the data, and the ensemble member, which was here, has been removed, requested by the client. Some other changes are this powered by Indra icon up here, which was requested by the CSRO to be put there, and a new privacy policy page. And now onto Tony.
Okay. Through the two user services, we identified 10 user needs that they are very similar to our client requirements, like filter variables. But a few new needs are found that, for example, our users use the various size of the screen, which leads to the difference of the experience when using the application. But the new requirements that our client never mentioned before, but I think the interface problem which rarely affect the user experience. Therefore, the user needs mapping is useful and meaningful to develop our application. So let Kim to tell you that what is different between the plan and the reality.
Yeah, so there have been major changes in terms of planning and reality in this phase. as you've known, our project is being carried out with the assistance of the Indra team and the Cicero team, especially the Cicero team with the participation of Mr. Nikhil. He has helped us majorly in the backend development. The reason for this is the database that we are working with is not translatable to normal SQL, and which we are familiar with, but utilizing different other methodologies, which none of us have any experience in. Therefore, we had a plan to negotiate with the client about this matter, stating that we would only deliver the front end. We thought that by doing this, we would focus entirely in the front end and allowing him to have a fully functional, ready to plug in backend, ready to plug in with backend. However, Nikhil delivery at the very last minute has allowed us to carry on with the old project that way. We are on the way to ensure the minimum viable product first, with accordance to the old project description in semester 1. And we plan on having fewer nice to have functions in comparison to the plans in the last cycles.
Yeah,
Yep.
thanks, team. So
yeah.
I think you do very well in desktop plans. So what about your each member's contribution in this project? So I will say that is my contribution is greater the user needs through the user services. Like I mentioned that when to create the services, all members provide their own ideas. My client liaison Kim is sending the service to Thomas to distribute the service to our users. Then I create graph from the service results and use this to find out the new requirements. Then I written enter the user needs section for the document. That's all. Thanks.
And I'm the client liaison for our project team. I'm responsible for maintaining communication with the client, exchanging information between the client and the development members of my team. I participated in the testing session with the client and his associates to take notes of the testing results for our later implementation of the application. Lastly, I worked alongside with the technical development members of the team to work out the planning of the last cycle, including Gantt charts and change log tracks.
I'm the person responsible to the privacy and security sections of this project. I researched the privacy and security best practice and draft out a brief intro about those in the report. I also participate in part of technical development, which was mainly modifications to the front end and preemptively preparing the AJAX request for beginning backend integration in the next phase. Yep. That's all.
I'm lead presentation, Ifan. I'm responsible for the design updates and the privacy and security section in the report with Yulong. According to the feedbacks from the user testing, I update the design to compensate for the resizing issue of our web application on small resolution monitors. By hiding the header and footer, our application only displays the essential elements when on small screens. In addition, I worked with Yulong on the security and privacy section of the report. We worked together to research potential security concerns and solutions relative to the project and show the cases in the report.
I am responsible for the introduction part of the Agile 2 report. In this section, I wrote about each part of the assignment and wrote a short description. I also helped Mirja with the testing section.
I'm responsible for the planning user testing. This includes some black box and white box testing, which has been conducted by our team members Yefan Lin and Tony, and and we have developed our website according to the survey we have conducted it, and depending on that, we have developed some testing tasks for and conduct some um, conduct some test again. Sorry guys. Yeah, can you guys continue for a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
My contribution was to develop the project and to set up the virtual machine to host the climate data and website. It was also my responsibility to write about these processes in the document too. I had large amounts of help from outside assistance from the CSRO, Mr. Nikhil Garg, who assisted greatly with the setup of the climate data related applications.
Oh,
That's all. So that's just to take our 10 minutes to demonstration. So I think we should Christy want to discuss with us about the results, the AGIL2 report.
Yep.
So I think we have around 20 minutes to do some meeting things. So I think the demonstration is enough to meet the requirements. Yeah.
Yep.
And Marisa, maybe you can
Yep.
think
Just
about
give
that
me.
to make that a bit smooth.
Yeah.
That's okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
no,
haven't.
not.
I couldn't see anything suddenly. Oh, I haven't slipped it yet. No worries. Yep.
Yes,
No worries.
just
Just
take a
give
few
me a
minutes to
moment.
think
Yep.
about that. Yes, thank you. Because just two or three sentences, so not
Yep.
very difficult. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Just a
Mm, so again, I'm sorry, Nabil. I must mention that is Nabil. Could you see my screen?
Yeah, I
Yes,
will
thank you.
upload it now.
Yeah. That things is not very serious, but I must mention that because you're missing I must submit the work logs to Christy before Wednesday, so I will do that in.
Okay.
Yes,
Yep.
I will do that in Tuesday. So could you?
Yeah.
Sorry. So
Okay.
you're missing that. And next week we have get a break week. So next formal team meeting will hold on 7th September. So next week, next Monday, we didn't have any formal meeting, but a lot of things need to do. That is, last afternoon we discussed the performance of the peer review. So I make a suggestion document to mention how to meet the high quality. And so you can review that in the team minutes. I put that in the end of the appendix 3. So if you want to check that in the future, you can do that. Feel free. And Kim, you maybe missed the second half meeting, but we all just discussed the.
Yep.
So
yeah,
if
I
you want
watched
to.
Joe's recording already. Yeah.
So nothing, not more.
Yep.
So due to the Christy will discuss with us the result of the AGIL2 report. So I want to review the result first because we maybe can get some idea to improve our performance in the next stage.
Yep.
Yes. So thanks to each member to contribution the user service. So we do the excellent first pass about user needs mapping. So that's is for our all team member. And I get some
The feedback for the privacy part, yeah.
yeah. I don't want to just I want to find out what mistake to avoid the mistake in next step. So I get that the
Yep.
security part is we need a summary.
Yeah.
Summary.
Sorry.
Yeah. You don't want that. I
Yeah.
just want to make sure in next report we need have a design justification in the first part. So when you do that, please to make a small summary or small conclusion for the design justification part to make sure each section have a conclusion.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Just moving on. I want to talk about the next point, but yeah, you can just summarize it first, and yeah, I'll contribute later. Yep.
Yeah. So that is first point. Another point is about if some guys do the progress of the application. So Chris mentioned we should compare the previous stage and this stage. What is differences? Yes.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
we lost that part. So I lost a bit small mark. So in next times we should mention that.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, no. If
No, I think
it's
that was mine. It was my yeah.
hey.
Requirement section. The Gantt chart stuff.
That is our from all not the personal mind, because every person is review whole report, so everyone not find that mistake. So that is not just a personal fault. Yeah. Because me, I review that. I don't find this mistake. So everyone, that's for everyone, for our team. So
I think a good way to fix that is when we're writing the report, we know the project inside and out, so we leave out details that we just take for granted. But Christy doesn't know every detail of the project, so we should make sure we're trying to explain it really in detail.
Yeah. Exactly.
And what is that? Who understand what is that?
I must have made a mistake. Someone might have ticked the no box by accident. I don't know who. But,
me too. I don't know. Let it go, because next time we didn't have a change log, maybe because there's final. So I don't care.
Next time we'll just double check that before submitting.
Yeah. So, me too. So
it's new. This one is very new.
Yeah.
This last one, yeah.
Yeah. So in the next report, we need to have a conclusion section, because we have introduction section and another conclusion section. Okay, Christy is Christy. So we just added a conclusion section for next report. That's
okay.
Yeah. So anything else for this feedback?
I just think we need to give that conclusion section to Kim. Give him some more work.
Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, I wrote.
No.
No, I'm just joking.
It's just a joke, I think.
It's good. It's more work for us to split up again among the group, so that's good.
Yeah. So that's all. Let it go.
10 minutes now until the next meeting.
Yes. So a big things is about next 2 week. We have a lot of things need to do. So I preview the AG3 report and a lot of things about the user manual, reference manual, and the presentation video. And if we have not have enough time to discuss it, I hope we can discuss after manager meeting, if I can.
Yep.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
up to you
No
whether
worries.
have a free time to discuss it, because that things is
I
a
don't
bit
mind having
more.
another meeting after the next one. That's fine.
Because I know I believe this early morning didn't have an 208 lecture.
Yeah, there's
I
no
think
208 lecture today. Yeah.
Yes, because I think the lecture is very, very lazy. So let us preview the AG3 because we have a heavy work to do in the next step. So we must do something earlier. We can see the report have the 4 sections. First section is about the design justification. What things is useful, what things is easy to use, why you design that. Yes. And the next 2 section is very similar. This AG2 report is what is progress towards and what is testing results. Very similar, so no surprise. And the last section is conclusion for whole project. What is variably and review the initial report. What is differences about that? That's all. Not much. So I make a draft about the work logs. I want to explain why I want what is distribute is, because this is very big project. We cannot based on some individual to analysis or do the whole work. So we should distribute the whole work into a small parts for each member to research and think about that and share what idea is. Maybe sometimes you can ask a question you didn't have understand the small task, or sometimes I want to ask some question to you that part is belong to you, to what is this, because you research it, you understand it, to share your knowledge for others. So that is why we distribute the task to each member. So, and another thing is that distribute to you, that doesn't means you must do that perfect. You just research and think about that, and sometimes you just ask a question, or maybe other guys can give you some new idea. Maybe that's not a perfect answer or perfect knowledge, but just can give you some new idea or some aspect to keep move on. So that is all. So based on our application ability, maybe sometimes it's not fair. So I drafted that path to each member. Like I didn't want to read it because you can review the meeting minutes and to see the detail, because that I read it, maybe it's the time consuming. And to think about that, the distribute whether suitable or whether have some issue or problem or question, and ask maybe we can balance it. So next time's king, maybe you still take the samurai, and you will with me to do the project review, like the fourth part.
Yep.
At here, yes.
Yep.
Because client quality and client acceptance acceptance is suitable for you.
Yep.
Sorry. And Marisa.
Yep.
Yeah, like I mentioned that this times you should exchange your task with the Nabil. So you take the introduction parts in this
Yep.
times.
Yep, no worries.
And you know, like the Christy mentioned, we need a conclusion part. So could you take two parts?
Yeah, sure.
Introduction and a conclusion. But as you know, the workload is a bit more small. So that means you get a chance to maybe sometimes you can help others work, share their work to get high mark, help you to pass this. So please
definitely.
hold that chance to get high mark. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. And you know, each times the first pass is very heavy work. So, but you know, if I'm Edward, you know, you are wonderful designer in the last semester, so I must take the heavy work to you. So please do that design justification. Why you design that? I don't know. So please tell me that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all. And this time's loan, maybe you can help write down the process of the development, because that is the final stage. So we maybe can complete the application in the future. So following the progress, and I believe Ju will tell you what is happening.
Yeah,
yeah, we can
for sure. Yeah.
So Joe is my Joe is my king. So please. So I don't worry about this part because Jill is in here. So don't worry about more. Nabil, in that times, you know, you will take the testing parts. We have two testing before, so you can review that testing and take the knowledge. And
there will be a few more cases this time because of the downloading and the time resolution.
Okay, I stop. We can continue after.
Yeah, we gotta go to the next meeting.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, let's go.
See you guys there.
Yeah, see you.
Yep.
See you.
See you guys.
See you.
Bye.